you're exhausted. You walk into your bedroom, fall onto the mattress, pull up the blanket, and disappear for 7 or 8 hours. The room stays warm, the insects stay outside, you never touch the floor. Now, remove all of it. No mattress, frame, pillow, walls, roof, or window screens. There are no windows to screen. You still have to sleep. Your body will demand it whether the ground is comfortable or not. And the ground is not comfortable. Your shoulder and hip press against rocks and roots that were easy to miss while you were standing. The soil draws heat from you for hours. If it rained the day before, damp cold works through your clothes. Then there is everything living near the surface. Ants, beetles, spiders, ticks. A warm body that has stopped moving is easy to find. Falling asleep is only part of the problem. The ground keeps working against you after your eyes close. So you choose the spot carefully. A rock ledge keeps off some of the rain. A cave wall or boulder at your back blocks wind from one direction. A slight slope lets water drain away instead of collecting underneath you. Fire helps too. It provides heat and light, and some animals keep their distance from it. But the wind changes. Smoke that was drifting away suddenly fills your face. Flames shrink while everyone is asleep. The fire and the sleeping area have to be placed together, then adjusted as the night changes. Other people need the same protected space. Someone gets the warmest position, someone else gets the smoke. The people nearest the flames may wake up sweating, while those at the edge wake up cold. Every camp has to work out where each body fits. Even the best patch of bare earth is still bare earth. At some point, people began placing dry grass, reeds, or leaves between themselves and the soil. Plant material traps air. That slows heat loss, cushions hips and shoulders, and raises the body above some of the damp. A heap of vegetation is a crude mattress, but it works. It does not work forever. The plants flatten. Dirt, food scraps, and body oils collect inside them. Insects move into the same warm shelter you made for yourself. Plant choice starts to matter. Some plants are stiff or sharp, others break down into dust. Useful bedding has to remain soft enough to lie on. A plant that also discourages insects has an obvious advantage. At Sibudu, a rock shelter in South Africa, archaeologists found compacted layers of sedges and grasses used as bedding. Some of the layers date to about 77,000 years ago. Plant material rarely survives for that long, so the bedding itself is an unusual find. The layers also contained leaves from Cryptocarya woodii, a plant with natural insect-repelling compounds. Researchers think people may have chosen the leaves deliberately to reduce biting insects. We cannot prove what was in their minds, but the possibility fits the practical problem they faced. The bedding also appears to have been burned when it became dirty or infested. Burning an old layer would clear the material and kill whatever was living inside it before fresh plants were laid down. The ash may have helped after the fire went out. It is dry, and many crawling insects avoid it. At Border Cave, also in South Africa, researchers found grass bedding placed over ash in deposits dating to roughly 200,000 years ago. Some layers contained aromatic plants that may have served a similar purpose. Different groups would not have used exactly the same materials or followed one fixed recipe. The evidence shows something broader and more useful. People prepared sleeping places, watched what worked, and maintained them. Repeated maintenance changes the shelter. If people return to the same corner, clear it, and add fresh bedding, that corner becomes the sleeping area. Fire belongs in one place. Tool work happens somewhere else. Sleep gets its own patch of ground, even without a wall around it. The first bed was not a piece of furniture. It was a place people decided to improve. They chose the ground, softened it, managed the pests, and replaced the bedding when it wore out. Wooden frames came later, loose plants became woven mats, mats went onto raised platforms that kept bodies farther from cold and damp soil. Eventually, those platforms grew legs. The first important step was much simpler. You did not have to sleep wherever you happened to collapse. You could prepare the place first. You still do that every night. You adjust the pillow, smooth the sheet, move toward warmth or away from it, and replace bedding when it stops feeling clean. The materials have changed. The habit has not. The bed began as a place people maintained long before it became an object they owned.